Hi everybody, I thought I would do another update as we start to get my office back into shape. Basically, when I went into hospital, when I collapsed and all the rest of it, my office kind of became a bit of a dumping station for things like letters for me and packages and stuff like that. When we had Christmas, all my presents, once they'd been unwrapped, were put on my desk. And yeah, there's just things that need to find their own home, basically. And before I can go back to work, I need to have that sorted and also make sure that access is where it should be, as well as the being able to work down there independently, which is in progress. So the plan is to basically, over the next few weekends, when my carer is not at work, we can start sorting through bills and stuff and letters that came in. I've read the ones that I needed to read. It's just filing them away and stuff like that, and I can no longer do that myself. But I'm hoping to be at a point where I can record the video about what happened and such in May, and then basically start to put things in place to be ready to go back to work in June. I will say that when I do go back to work, I'm not going to be going back to the same level of projects and stuff that I was at before. Before it all went wrong, I think I had like 5 revision projects, maybe 4. I don't know. It's been a while, basically. I will only go back to 2 revision projects, one of which will hopefully go to the editor in November. It was supposed to go to the editor last November, but yeah, that didn't happen. And so I'm hoping that I can get that into more shape and then think about doing the project that I would have started last November and getting that into shape for next April. My plan is to hopefully be in a position where I can release the 3rd Invisible book and the last Crimean Chronicles book, because that was the plan for this year, but obviously it didn't happen. So that's the plan so far. What's been sort of like prolonging things is that we did a lot of changes to Mixed K's room, and so there's lots of like cardboard boxes and stuff that need to be taken away, but we haven't had a chance to do that yet. So yeah, that's the plan. I will just say that today is April 9th, so yeah, I just thought I'd get you updated. I know that the ones on the videos on my phone are not ideal, but unfortunately that's all I have access to right now. So yeah, but yeah, I will try and update you in the next one, basically. Hi, I just thought I'd give a bit of an update. Today is April 13th. Excuse the tortellini, she's just making sure I'm okay. We spent some time this past weekend getting my desk sorted. So we filed away everything that needed to be filed away, and we, got rid of things that were in the way and would stop me being able to maneuver around my office and such independently. We also started to get the new keyboard and mouse connected. We ran into a few technical difficulties. My computer hadn't been switched on since the 19th of October. So obviously there were a lot of updates and stuff like that it needed to catch up with. We tried like getting the Bluetooth built in to connect to the tablet and mouse, but I guess because in the background there was so much updating going on that it didn't have the bandwidth to do it. So we left it with basically B would turn the computer off last night after giving it a long time to sort of upgrade, and then today or tomorrow or whatever I will go back down and try and do the Bluetooth thing. But yeah, so we're moving along slowly. But I am constantly covered by kittens. When I say kitten, I do mean Miss Tortellini. I also mean Miss Violet. And I also mean Mr. Dash. and occasionally Mink comes to join as well. I also want to show you something I got because I was really worried that because normally I'm right-handed, I mean, obviously now I do most things with my left hand. I don't know, I was worried that I wouldn't be able to sign things like books or even just legal paper because I can't grip a pen with my hand when 3 of my fingers don't work that way. So I did some research. I remembered that on Threads I'd seen like a 3D printed solution, but the problem was I couldn't find the original thread. Other people went looking, they couldn't find it either. So I ended up sort of like Googling and such like that. Anyway, I bought this, which this is gonna be hard to do with one hand. The pen goes in this bit here, these bits, they spread. And so I have tried like signing things with it and it is perfect. So yay. That's one thing that I don't have to worry about. If you've been on my Ko-fi recently, you will see that the shop is no longer open simply because up until now, I didn't know if I could still sign things. And also I just don't have the ability to keep up with any orders. So it felt better to just not have it open. And then when things change, hopefully things will change, I can open it back up again. But yeah, that's the update for today. I hope you're all doing well, and I will talk to you another time. Hi everybody, it is April 20th and I thought I'd give you an update. So we've managed to be able to get the new keyboard and the new mouse connected to my computer. My desk is basically almost set up. And so it's ready to go when I can start to get downstairs and move around independently. I'm still spending a lot of time upstairs in bed. I'm still spending a lot of time recovering. Part of me kind of feels like my memories from like October until like January are all hazy and a mess. I was more alert, but I felt like I've been recovering forever. Given how sick I was, it's understandable, but it's weird the fact that my new normal has become basically reading in bed and just napping a lot and cuddling with kittens and then maybe sitting up for a bit in my chair. I am getting better at that. And I am getting better at transferring. It's a lot more safer now. And I am getting better in finding ways to use this hand that doesn't work. But yeah, so it's just a short update because I'm hoping that the next update will be next week, which will be the 27th, which is when I have my first walker sort of like thing. I can't think what to call it. Basically with the OT and the physio coming over to get me on my walker and assess how safe it is and etc, etc, etc. But hopefully that will bring good things because I really would like to get back to work. I miss working. I miss writing. I won't be drafting when I get back to work, unfortunately. I have to focus on the two projects that are basically next to go to the editor. I've got one that's due to go in November and I've got one that's due to go April next year. So I just really want to focus on them, and because I don't know whether I will be back to my past speed of working or past speed of doing things, I don't want to risk sort of like saying, oh, it'll be fine, it'll only take me a couple of months. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. So yeah, that's the plan for now. I will just show you the Miss Tortellini, who very rarely leaves my side these days. Yeah, she was very upset when I came home from the hospital because my leave was not approved by her. Yeah. But yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm looking forward to getting up on my walker, maybe making some progress there, and yeah, just getting back to work. Hi everybody, today's update, it is Friday the 24th of April. I got a few bits and pieces for my desk that Bea has kindly set up for me. So I got a tablet stand because my tablet keyboard it has like a stand built in, so you can put the tablet with the keyboard, but the problem is it cuts off just the bottom of the tablet, and where I don't have as much dexterity or movement with this hand, it makes it difficult for me to do things. So while it works when I'm in bed, I don't want that when I'm trying to revise or write or whatever. So I bought like a tablet stand. That's worked out. My desk is now completely back to what it should be for me to get working. I have a few bits and pieces just to still put in. I've got a new like wrist support for the keyboard, wrist support for this hand on the mouse. So hopefully those will help my movements and stuff. I start basically walker stuff on Monday. So I'm hoping to be able to take a photo or do a video of my desk and let you see how it's all set up and stuff. But we're going into the weekend. I'm having a bit more nerve pain these last couple of days, which is, it's something that I need to get used to. We're still sort of like managing my pain levels with meds. So I started a med about 2 months ago, I think it was. And it's been increased once. And it is helping, it is doing something. Just sometimes it's worse and I feel like I need more. But I only increased the dose a couple of weeks ago. And my GP wants me to use it at that dose for at least a month. And then if it needs to be increased, we can do that. So yeah, I'm hoping to basically start things in May because I want to go back to work in June. So I want to have my sort of like video that explains absolutely everything recorded like in the beginning of May. I do have videos that I did record in October before everything happened, and obviously they weren't posted. One of them is not one I can use because it was about what I was working on in November. Oh no, sorry, it was about what I was working on in October, and so it's not relevant anymore. So I want to use those up because the ones that are or could still be relevant, I want to use to sort of like cover me for the first month. So the first video I will post in June will be the what the hell happened video. I'm going to try and caption it. I don't know if it's going to be possible. It's one of the reasons why I'm doing it in May, not just because I want to stay like a month ahead, because that's always worked for me, but because if need be, and because I won't be working anywhere near as much as I was, I'll be able to spend some time, captioning it over a few days if need be, because I don't foresee it being a short video. So yeah, if need be, I know I can sort of say, look, I can't caption anymore, or I can wait for YouTube to do the auto-generated captions and then just correct those. That might be what I do, just because in the last, I think, 10 years that I've been on YouTube and AuthorTube, I have always captioned my videos, and I know I have people who watch and need those captions. So I will be doing my best, basically. It might take me time to get better at the keyboard and adapt and all the rest of it, but I'm going to do my best. But yeah, so that's the update for today. I have no kittens to show you because they've all gone to lie in the sun beams in the bathroom. So yeah, but yeah, I'm coming back to where I was. I'm a lot more sort of like independent. Shouldn't have used that hand. I'm a lot more kind of like independent than I was when I first got home, basically. But nowhere near back to what I was before. And I think basically this is just the new normal. And one of those things is adapting to it. It sucks sometimes, but yeah, I've just got to adapt to it. But anyway, I will update you again soon. Hi, it's Saturday, May 2nd. As you can see, I am out of my bedroom. I am into my office in the lift at the moment, which is probably very loud. And now I'm going to try and get out of the lift without messing everything up. I'm out of practice, basically. And as you can see, my desk is not completely clear because we've had other posts come in since. But we do have my walker down here now. So as you can see, here is my new mouse, and there's we got one of these wrist supports just basically because this hand is not as nice as it could be and it needs all the support it can get. This is my new keyboard setup, that's my tablet stand, and it also has this sort of like wrist support. And I can now successfully report that I should be back at work on June 1st. So I have like the rest of this month to basically start building up more strength and to do more of the exercises, physio and all the rest of it. And then I can basically plan to be back at work doing a lot less work than I was before, and also back on social media and doing posts and such, and I'm really looking forward to it. So once you watch this video, the next video you should see on my channel should be the video that explains everything that happened. I don't know how long it will be, I don't know how captioned it will be. I'm hoping to caption it, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to be back at work soon. I'm going back to the author life.